Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Anna Vanila Arts. I am Anna Vanila and today I would like to welcome you to my channel. Please subscribe, please put likes, and for today I prepared this pattern for you with this stitch for knitting, which is very easy. It's good for beginners. It's easy enough for beginners to understand it, to make it successfully. For beginners it's easy. It's nearly nothing to do really, because the stitch looks so nice. It's like braids, little braids, but I can assure you it's so simple that you don't need to do much to do it. You can just not even count or anything. You just knit and repeat the same thing over and over again, and it's basically almost nothing to do. I've chosen this color so it's visible enough for this grayish white background I've got here for you. So I use needles 5.5 with acrylic yarn, as you can see, with this thickness, and this is easy to do. I think I'm going to start from beginning in case you don't know how to start the stitch, this particular stitch, because all in all the stitch itself is very easy to do, very simple, but to start from beginning you still need to do it in a way that the edge doesn't curl up. So for instance, to be a bit more straight at the beginning. And this stitch is very good for patterns, for cardigans, for all sorts of things that you want to do, even for scarves, even for shawls, for anything you could ever imagine. It's simple but so effective. Anything that I've done in this stitch, everything, I've been really asked, where did I get this stitch and how did I do it, and that it must be very complicated because it's so pretty. No, it's not complicated. So it's easy to do, and I can assure you every beginner could do it. So it's very simple to do. I'm going to show you now from the beginning how to start, just in case you don't know how to start the first row, how to cast on. So I will quickly do that and show you the stitch. When I begin casting on, what I do, I just do it like this over my hand or over my finger, and then I grab in the middle of the yarn and I do this slip knot. I do this when I crochet, but I also do it when I cast on to the needle. If for instance you don't like to do this way, you can do your method, so you can cast on just the way you like it. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So as you see, I just turn like this and I grab, make it into the loop, and then I fasten it like this. So I cast it on 20 stitches, and for the edge not to curl up as you knit, you can do all stitches as a front stitch, and on the back, on the second row, you also do front stitches. So because you do front stitches both rows, it creates a thicker layer and it stops it from being curled up. So you can do it this way with doing all the front stitches. In my case, I straight away start with a stitch, knit stitch that I'm showing you. So I pick up the first loop onto the right needle, and now I knit 2 front stitches, 2 stitches, 1, 2, then we do 2 purl stitches, 1, 2. So 2 front stitches, 2 purl stitches, 2 front stitches, 2 purl stitches. This is a row which is very similar to elastic band, which you can knit usually for clothes and stuff like that. And but this really helps this pattern to reveal itself as you knit further. So we varied 2 front stitches and 2 purl stitches, then again 2 front stitches, 2 purl stitches, and this is what we've done in the first row. Now we do not need the first loop, and we knit what we see. So we see a purl stitch, we knit it as a purl stitch. We see the loops as a front stitch, we knit as a front stitch. Purl stitch, purl stitch, front stitch, front stitch, purl stitch, purl stitch, front stitch, front stitch, purl stitch, purl stitch, front stitch, front stitch, purl stitch, purl stitch, and the last one we knit with a purl. So I don't know if I don't remember if I told you, but I cast it on 20 loops, 20 stitches, and now this is the row when we prepared for the pattern. So this is the row where we actually start explaining the stitch. So let's begin. So I've got 20 stitches, as I said, for this swatch. So we do not need the first loop, we just put it on the right needle, and we see So we see 2 front stitches, and we should memorize that this stitch, every time when you see on front side 2 front stitches, means you need to crisscross. You need to knit crisscross like so. So you turn slightly like this so that you comfortably can see what you're doing. So you are grabbing with the first needle, with a front needle, with a right needle. We pick up the second loop. It's a bit tight. So we pick up the second loop, it's a bit slippery, the second loop, and we knit it like so. Then we take the first loop and we knit like this. In the beginning might be a bit tight, but bear in mind with practice, with doing this pattern, it will get easier and more comfortable as you knit it. So I've knitted 2 pearls because I see 2 pearls. So when you see pearls, you just knit them as a pearl. But when you see 2 front stitches, you knit crisscross. So you take the second loop from a front stitch, you knit, and then you start the second stitch to make with the first loop. And we've made it. Now 2 purl stitches. So again 2 front stitches. So we knit the second, then the first, and then we release. So 2 purl stitches, 2 front stitches. Yet again we knit the second one and we hold it with the fingers like this comfortably so we don't get confused, and then we knit the first one. Now we see 2 pearls, we knit them as pearls. Again second, and then the first front stitch, we knit it as crisscross, and then the last stitch we always knit it with a purl stitch. Now the second row we knit just the way you see it. So we do not knit the first loop, we just put onto the right needle. Then we see pearls, we knit pearls, 2 pearls. We see front stitches, we knit as front stitches. Because this is the reverse, the second side of the stitch, the wrong side of the stitch. We do not use that. As I said, when you see a front stitch, you knit with a crisscross front stitches as on the front. On the back you knit everything without change, just the way you see it. You see front stitches, you knit as front stitches. You see purl stitches, you knit purl stitches, and the last loop is always purl stitch. So we turn the work, and again, as you can see, now we are on the front. So the first loop we do not knit, And now we see 2 front stitches. Again, we knit the second one, we hold it with the finger, and then we knit the first, and then we release them. Then we knit 2 purl stitches, and every time on the front we knit crisscross like this, but on the wrong side, on the back, we knit as we see the loops. So as they are shown below, that's how you knit them without any change. So the only thing you need to be careful in here and not need for counting is when you do the front. So you just have to remember to do the crisscross when you see the front stitches, and that's about it. You don't need to count anything in this stitch. Literally, you can just watch TV and knit away, knit all the time without counting, without thinking, just for pleasure, and you can knit it. I mean, this pattern is really pretty, really cute and easy to do, especially for beginners. And you can do anything you like with it. And then we do again as we see. So 2 purls, 2 front, 2 purls, 2 front stitches, 2 purl stitches. So this stitch has just 2 rows, and you repeat them over and over again. So, and now the front stitch. So we remove, we put the first loop on the right, on the right needle, and again we knit the second and then the first, and we repeat. And that's all you need to pay attention on, all you need to do. You can use bigger needles, you can use bigger yarn. It will be very nice, very nice with this pattern. As you can see, it's very easy, so I wish you luck in doing so. Hopefully you're going to use this stitch for something very beautiful that you may think of doing. And as you can see, it develops nicely. It grows as you go along this stitch. I hope I've explained it well enough for you, simple as I could explain. So thank you very much for watching and subscribing, and for liking my videos. Please subscribe, and see you next time in the next video. Hope you're going to love this pattern as much as I do, maybe even more than I do, really. And don't forget to check my other tutorials and crochet patterns, crochet stitches and knit stitches, and see you soon. Thank you for stopping by.